So we are not the only club that doesn't look like it got a plan. Really interesting. Hello and welcome to the video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciated. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribe and let me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. So Sheffield Wednesday Football Club has had it for several things that we spoke about, having some sort of bought-in director to look at footballing matters and see what it's like. Now, the chairman, when he originally came in, brought in an advisory team with Glenn Roeder and co to come and help him with the day-to-day workings of the club. Also, one of the big assistants advisors, is Amadou Paxo. He's publicly known as he worked with DC himself. Now, one of the things is, for me, is that we got till May 17th to get all contracts sorted and know what people are wanting to do and have that day and really try and go in that direction so we know where we're going next season, whatever happened, Danny, the lot. But it was really interesting to hear that during press conferences yesterday, the Plymouth Argyle manager, Musuli, I can't say his name right, so I apologize for that. But the Plymouth Argyle manager, someone who people have said would like to see him at Wednesday if Danny went, was saying that he doesn't have it all done either. The lack of structure at Plymouth is something that he doesn't like. He said, I think the philosophy for the club to not have a sporting director kind of thing. And this is what Danny had to say, sorry. I think the philosophy for the club to not have a sporting director, there are advantages and disadvantages. On one hand, you can say that without a sporting director, manager has a lot of power. They can decide a lot of things. It can be helpful. On the other side, that if a manager does work so well, it's good to have a guy who can step back from the daily business. He can observe the processes at the club. But the philosophy of the club from the owner, the chairman, in my past, all my clubs have had a sporting director or head of. Southampton was a little bit different, but it's not my job to decide what's best for the club. Now, for me, it's interesting. A lot of people have said, we could do with something like this. We could do with this kind of idea, or even just give it a try. Some people just have to give it a try. If it doesn't work, you go back to the old model. He said it's about how you want to play, have a direction a little bit longer. It's important for recruitment, for education, for teaching the players. It's important to change the age of the squad. I said a few times we started with this, and it's important as well. You see, it is a long way back to the Premier League this season. It may not look so far, but sometimes, but it is a tough way. You will see next year, you will come with some club fighting with relegation. They'll come up again. It's up and down, but it's good work, hard work, good decisions, having the right people around you to make the right decision, to make the processes. But it was interesting to see that the Plymouth manager was also in the similar kind of thing, not having an idea of what was going on. And he spoke about, since he'd been there 4 months, how he still hasn't got a sporting director. He hasn't got this. He wants some reassurance for what he's going to do in the season. And I think it's one of those things you see more and more clubs have this situation where they like to, the manager would like to have that second person, a director of football or sporting director, who can help do bits and pieces and give them that little bit of a helping hand, or say, we found this player which might suit your thing, then look at the data. You're seeing a lot of clubs going down the AI way of looking at players and making sure how they recruit them. And I think, for me, it's all about structure. It's about structure for Danny and what happens next. If Danny can get the right structure behind the scenes and he can get the assurances he wants, then great. You get Danny staying. That's basically it. He gets his assurances, he gets everything else, he stays. But until those kind of structures get put in place, we haven't got a clue. Let's be brutally honest. We haven't got a clue how the behind the scenes stuff goes. It's from what people have said and from what's been written in articles and speculation, it ain't the best way of working. And you've had multiple managers manage this club and go, they've had to bring their own stuff in. Look at when Steve Bruce left. He left his recruitment team here. So they were the ones that would help us get stuff in and work closely with Darren to get his people he wanted in. You look, I think it was about November, December last year, we brought in Kevin Beadle of head of recruitment. And then it sounds like that head of recruitment turned into an advisor. So he's not a head of recruitment. We don't know. It's all stuff that have come out and said. But I think for Danny, he wants to have structure. I think you give Danny structure, he'll be able to do well. But he spoke about it before, having a sporting director and seeing how it goes. But again, it's nice to know we're not the only club in a little bit of a situation in that sense where the structure just seems a bit weird.